Hi everyone, it's me, Shika. I'm back. Okay, so I've been gone now for over a year. For those of you who have followed me on other YouTube videos or possibly follow me on my Facebook, they'll know that you guys will know that I am a service member. I've been in the military for 23 years now. I am a counselor going through my internship in counseling so that when I retire from the military, I'll be able to help service members, because I know a lot of the soldiers, like I said in another video, they really feel like counselors who have been through the military understands more about what they're going through than people who don't understand what it's like to be a service member. The way that I did my form is that I wanted to go through the degrees, and we've already talked about the 10 degrees, the 20 degrees, and the 30 degrees. And if you didn't see those videos, I'll make sure to post them at the bottom of this video when I'm finished. But now I wanted to go into a 35 degree. And the reason why I wanted it to be 35 degrees is because the 30 degrees was about the children. And so what I've noticed being in the military, and not just the military, but just in general, we tend to have a lot of blended families. So because of that, I feel like the blended family should be the 35 degrees, because the 30 degrees was, again, the children. So I think 5 more degrees is dealing with children from a prior marriage, bringing them into a marriage, or, you know, you marry someone with kids or whatever the case may be. I went through that. I married well, now he's my ex-husband, but he had 2 kids. And when I initially married him, none of the kids lived with us, but as the marriage progressed and everything, eventually, through the circumstances, both kids came to live with us. I ended up having 1 child of my own coming into the marriage from a previous marriage, and then he and I had 1 child together, so that was 4 kids. Well, since then, a lot has changed since the last time I posted a video on YouTube. I have another baby. She's 14 months old now, and she's just a joy. I've had her since she was 2 weeks old. And it's definitely different now that I'm divorced, raising a child for the very first time without someone else to assist along the way. But, you know, she's actually my second cousin, but to her, she's a mom, and so that's pretty much it. You know, I've had her for forever, so, you know, I just couldn't even imagine now at this point my life without her. But how do we deal with blended families? There's a lot of times when you have a child from a previous relationship that comes into the house and they're used to certain rules and things that maybe the other parent were, you know, allowed them to do, whereas that when they come to your home now, you have a certain set of rules that they have to abide by. And then I know for me, in the beginning, I was like the wicked stepmother. You know what I mean? I was like the wicked stepmother. I was the one that set all the perimeters for everybody. You know, I made sure everybody did their homework, they did their chores, you know, whatever. You know, I put them on punishment if their grades wasn't good. So when it came to that, I was literally the wicked stepmother, according to my kids. You know what I mean? So, but now that they're adults, my 2 stepchildren, now that they are adults, they understand that my intentions was always good and that I did it to better them. Because like my oldest daughter said, that had I not set guidelines, she said she don't know what she would have did, because it was one of those things that she wanted to have some type of structure. So I kind of provided her with structure, you know. So how do we deal with blended families? How do we deal with it? Because I know that everybody has different experiences. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes you get kids when they're really small, where they might not know any difference, and they grow up knowing only that parent as mom or dad. But then you'll get those ones, it's like, you know, pre-teenage years, teenage years, you know. And so those are the ones where, you know, you might have more changes, because not only are they coming into being themselves, but they're also coming into, you know, having to learn the rules of someone else, or now they have another stepmom, or excuse me, another mom or another dad. So what do they do? So I want to talk on this forum about dealing with stepchildren in the military, because and the reason why I say military, because I know people have stepkids all over the world, but the reason why I say military is because a lot of times we have, just as I said in other degrees that I've discussed, we have obstacles that everyday people don't go through. We have to PCS. We have to get introduced to new schools, new locations, new environments, new countries at times. You know, you might be over in Europe. Your child may have to go to school for 3 or 4 years in Europe, or 2 or 3 years in Korea or Japan or wherever, you know. So now not only do you have the fear of the unknown, because you don't know what to expect from this new environment, but now you got a child that's coming into a new situation because they have a different parent than what they had before, and then now they have to also be involved with a whole new school system. So how do you deal with it? How do the children deal with it? What are some of the obstacles that they go through when they have to get adjusted to these type of things, you know? And the reason why I want to do these forums is because I just want to be able to collaborate and to make myself a better counselor, because these are things that I'm going to deal with once I get into the world. And so I think that the more that I hear from other people, that I can better have an understanding, because all I have is my experience. And I'm not saying that my experience is the only experience. I want to see how other people went through it, because I've talked to service members that said that, you know, they didn't have any issues with their combined family, you know, or they call them the nuclear family. I think that's what it's called now. They had no issues with binding their kids. Then I've had some that said that their kids won't even talk to them, or they've had to, you know, do other things when it comes to punishments and stuff like that to their kids, because it became very hostile in a lot of situations. So I've had, you know, people talk to me about different things when dealing with stepkids, especially when I was initially going through it. So, you know, everybody had an opinion about how to handle it. But, you know, every child is different. Every situation is going to be different. I'm different. You know what I mean? So, of course, every situation I'm in is going to be different than the situation someone else is in. But I just want to talk about that. So I didn't want to make this video too long, and I'm going almost into 7 minutes. But let's talk about it. Let's see, you know, some of the things that you have to say, or share some of your experiences. And if you don't want to put it on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, you can just send me an email at asksheka, ASKSHEKA @yahoo.com. That's asksheka@yahoo.com. Until next time, let's talk about it. 35 degrees. All right, talk to you later. Bye.